What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Repeat.
It's your boy Mike Sanchez.
And of course, welcome to another episode of your favorite Sunday show. But real quick, in case y'all forgot, don't say this, say that. Before we start, I just want to give a quick shout out to Hero the MC and Bars Over Bars. Thank you for helping us throw an amazing show. We definitely look forward to working with y'all in the future. But today, we got a special episode.
Yo,
today.
what's going on today?
Yo, we got the one, the only, one of the drippiest dudes I've come across. One of the nicest and funniest, too. Benny motherfucking Congo. What's going on, bro?
What's good?
What's good,
Say
bro?
that.
What's
Hey.
good?
Say that. I love it.
How you been, bro? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, dude. You know, it's a nice day outside.
Good Sunday.
You know?
Good Sunday,
Yes,
too.
sir.
Yo, we got somebody famous in the building, bro.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
I love it. Yeah.
What's good, bro?
I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm hyped, bro. This is an amazing studio. Like, I'm meeting amazing
This dude,
people, bro.
one of the most unmatched energies we've had so
Facts.
far. One of the most unmatched energies we
Yo,
had
that-
so
Yo, it's
far.
crazy
That's
how
so
we like
humbling.
kind of like gravitated to each other.
Yeah.
That event, that movie.
Dude,
Meeting
premiere.
at the GDP.
I felt so good after that conversation we had the
Likewise.
other day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I got a connection. I got a
Right,
connection.
Yeah,
I felt-
exactly.
I felt
Felt the
the
same
same
way. We finally
Yeah.
get to distribute business cards and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
When you walked away, that's the first thing I said to Pete. I'm like, yo, that dude is solid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
Dude, I
connection.
appreciate
Yeah,
that,
for
man.
real, bro. It was like the energy, man, like we felt there.
I
man.
hadn't talked to people in a while too before the event because I was you know,
In your bag.
I didn't have much to do. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, after quarantine and, you know, after all those mask mandates and everything that has been going on, you don't really go out that much because you kind of like, I have no friends.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Hey, sometimes
Yeah.
when you work too much, you know,
Exactly.
work becomes your friend. So
yeah.
Right.
That's exactly.
It
I
is
was
what
only
it is.
talking to my coworkers at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yo, so, but for those who don't know, that don't have the pleasure of knowing, you know, this beautiful person with the energy that you have, bro, tell them a little bit about yourself, what it is that you do.
So I'm a comedian on social media. I'm a social media influencer. So I basically give like motivation, mostly motivation. I like to give that positive energy always.
That
you know?
Gary Vee type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Gary Vee.
Give that positive reinforcement, reassurance, and then also I just shoot the shit and have fun. Yeah,
Fuck it.
exactly. I got to.
That's
I
the
have
prime
to.
objective.
Yeah, dude. All summer I was just like, working a full-time job. Just coming out of college, just trying to make bread. You know what I mean?
What college were you coming out of?
Salem State University.
Nice.
I
So
studied
local.
business marketing and sales, and
Fire.
I really loved. I liked the job. I made a lot of bread from it, but I wasn't doing what I loved, and there was an issue.
You was living somebody else's dream.
Yes, it was a little issue with that, and I talked to everybody I loved. I was like, yo, like, I don't know if I could do this, man. I have to do what I truly like. My mom mentioned, you always loved theater. Like, why don't you do theater? And I was just like, I was scared. I didn't
Yeah.
know what you guys thought. When you live in where you guys, foreign countries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my family, they have a certain
Strict culture.
yeah, a strict culture, a certain path that they want you to take.
Yeah.
And I was scared to fail my parents. I didn't want to fail my parents, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I didn't want to fail myself
Yeah.
and then come up with that guilt because guilt is probably the worst pain you could possibly have.
Oh, my God.
Guilt's a killer.
100%.
I'd rather fail than feel guilty about it in
Yeah.
the future. You know what I mean? That's horrible.
And I feel like a lot of people really don't understand that, especially with their own creative journeys, where the first important step is to just try.
Right.
And
exactly.
like even with this or like even acting, whatever, you don't know unless you don't try.
Yes.
So you did. You tried, and you are in a movie now. Shout out Connor
sir.
Holloway. Shout out Golden Deer Productions.
Shout out.
Great
Apple
event for putting on.
Cinemas.
I was gonna say
Hey,
Apple Cinemas.
baby.
How you feel about
Theaters.
that, bro? How was that journey for you now that it's culminating and now
Well-
y'all in different theaters and everything like that? Your faces out there. How's it feel?
Dude, like, you guys were there. You guys saw me, man. My
Right.
heart was pumping.
This
man.
dude was lit.
This dude-
Yo, dude, I was, I took a couple shots before I pulled up. You know what I mean? Because I was just
Loosey
fucking
goosey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I needed to, man. I needed to. Walked in there, and first thing I saw was a big apple. An apple mascot. That's Artie the Apple. Shout out to Artie the Apple. Went in there, and I instantly was just like, you know what, man? Like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of creators, and I don't even know how the vibe's gonna be like because I was the first one there. because of how nervous I was. I wanted to get mentally prepared for the whole entire event.
Now, was Connor there before you, or you?
Connor was there before
Okay,
me.
I was gonna say.
I walked.
But you
in.
like what was one of like the first people that was involved with the movie that was there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I just like I looked around and I was just like, how am I gonna like talk to people, like anybody, you know? And then I found some more cast members. I talked to them, and then I'm walking around and I'm just like waiting for my girl and my people to pull up, and like you know I bump into you, and like we start talking, and then you pull up. And then we start vibing and shit.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, like, yo, like, why are these guys like the most chillest people I've talked to all day?
Yeah, I
like,
appreciate
you know what I mean?
That,
like, bro. And then when you guys offered me your card, I was like, oh, they're a podcast, dude. I gotta link up with them, man. Because I was like, dude, I can talk to these guys for hours, bro.
You know,
just
hours
after that
on
conversation.
end, too. Trust me.
I can relate to that too. Like, going into it the whole entire day.
Yeah.
Actually, the week before it like was gonna take place, I remember us talking in the group chat. The guys were like, "Yo, so how we pulling up? Are we all coming up together?"
How's it gonna happen?
And I'm the same way as you. I'm all like,
Right.
"Damn, how am I gonna like talk to people?" Blah 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 blah. I'm the same way, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I was in there just reading the room, kind of
Exactly.
thing. Just reading the room. You know,
Analyze.
saying hi,
Yeah.
shaking hands, kissing babies. You know
Exactly,
what I mean?
exactly,
And yeah, and then like when I saw you two guys talking, I was just coming back from like, all right, let me read this part of the room over here,
Right.
where I saw like, okay, this is just the entrance, and boom, man. But yo, being around Connor, man, we had the pleasure of having him on the show.
Right.
That dude's super inspirational.
Yeah.
He's super goal driven, and you had the pleasure of working alongside with him, man.
Right.
What do you think makes that dude different? What makes him special, bro?
Bro, I remember, man, I was honestly, I think I was in 2,000 followers at the time when he hit me up.
God damn, 98K later.
He believed in my talent before I even believed in my talent. He said, "Hey man, you wanna be on a podcast?" And I was like, I was a little iffy about it because I wasn't sure. Like I was just doing it to make my boys laugh. I wasn't trying to like do anything extraordinary. And he was just like, "Bro, you really love it. You know what I mean? We're really cool. We have a studio and everything." I was like, "You know what? Let me give it a shot and see what's going on. See what the word is." And I came in there, and the way he presented himself, and the way everything was set up, and the way he talked about his business, and how he was like, "I want to help you grow, and I want to help you get to this." I was like, "This guy's serious." Like I was like, I can't fuck around. Like this guy is serious. First phone call, bro, I was just like, bro, like, I think I need to be more, like,
Established.
business-driven for this. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, I can do this for the rest of my life. If he can really get to this point and start making billboards in Boston and stuff
Times
like
Square,
that.
too.
Yeah, in Times Square, too.
That's
I was
amazing.
like, I gotta step up. And he hit me up around my sophomore year of college. So I was just like, you know, I was kind of fresh into it. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, first podcast I ever did, you know, I was so nervous, didn't know how to speak on the mic, and
How does this work?
yeah, exactly. And then what you said before when you were like, "Oh man, I was nervous to speak to people," you know, I was thinking about how I talk to people and everything like that. You're already manifesting it, because you manifesting that in your brain, you're nervous, but you're ready.
Yeah.
That's what it means. My dad always told me, it means that nervousness that you have in your heart,
It
and
means
your
you
stomach,
care.
It's like you care a lot, which means you're gonna perform well. So when you get over in that event, every time I come in an event, I'm like, I already did this before. We talked about this earlier. I already did this before because being in that, because like you already thought about being in that room already. So now you're in the room and now you see everybody. So now talking to them should be a piece of cake. It's nerve-wracking when walking up to the person.
Yeah.
Once they open their mouth and they're like, "Holy shit, like what's up, man? You know what I mean? I'm just here, just chilling." You're like, "Got you." You know what I mean? I got you.
I can definitely relate to that,
read the
man.
vibe.
I can definitely relate to that. Maybe like a month or two ago, damn.
Right.
When you're working, man, time just flies and you can't keep
Exactly.
track of it. But me and Pete had a trip over to New York City.
Right.
And we went to go see, shout out Jesus, shout out J4.
Jesus.
We went to go see one of the family members of the show
Right.
perform in New York. And we go up to the place, you know,
Bro, we were so out of place.
Yo, bro, listen, right? Like, I'm not really a nightlife party kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
So we walk in, and as soon as we walk in, it's like a full-blown Jamaican party.
Like Caribbean, like.
Crazy Jamaican
Yeah.
party, right? I'm over
I
here.
stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yo, first of all, they're like, who the hell is that Spanish dude and the two white guys in this room right now that are not dancing, right? Because like everybody was just lit, drinks, dark, food everywhere.
They're
bro.
different sections.
If you don't pull up, if you don't dance,
you know,
bro,
and
you got a
then
problem.
and then the thing is, the artist we went to, he's not a reggae artist. He's a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
So like I assumed like, all right, since it's a hip hop artist performing, it should be like a hip hop influenced or driven type of show.
Exactly.
So we pulled up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but long story short, you know, we just played it off. I didn't know what the heck to expect. We ended up having a good time.
Yeah.
But while we was there was a A&R for Convict Music.
Okay.
Funniest story is, once he pointed out who the dude was for me, and I thought who I knew the dude was. I walk outside. I manifested in my mind. I'm thinking about how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And I walk back in there like, you know, I just
confidently.
I just hit 23s in a row, so I got this.
Yeah.
Bro, I pull up to the dude that I think it was, and it wasn't the dude that I thought it
the
was.
dude next to him.
Yo.
He was like, nah, it's this dude.
Yo, so mind you, everybody's wearing black suits, black on black suits,
Right.
and there's this one guy with a fitted beard. He looks like a radio kind of personality
Exactly.
kind of guy.
Exactly.
So I walk up to him. I'm all like, yo, what do I got to do to join the CIA? You know, I thought that was going to be funny. Everybody's like,
Right. Yo, oh my gosh, dude.
yo.
Bro, I can't even count the amount of times that's happened to me. When I used to do stand up, that used to happen a lot. Bro.
Yeah, you think something's gonna work out,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Long story short, I actually connected with the dude. Super cool
D-Tech.
guy. Yeah, shout out D-Tech. But yeah, man, I could definitely relate. To
I've
stuff
always
like
had
that.
the ability to like, come back from situations.
Yeah, yeah. It's
If,
how
like-
you recover.
Yeah, like usually I'll walk up to people and like if I'm awkward in the beginning, it's like, all right, cool. And then for some reason they'll end up liking me at the end of that conversation. I don't know why.
That's what it is, and at the same time, I just tell people all the time, like, you can't be afraid of making a fool of yourself.
Exactly.
Because if you're afraid of just looking bad, afraid of like being awkward, you're gonna stay in one box
what
and
I'm
one
saying.
box only.
That's what I keep saying to people. It's like, yo, you're afraid to fail. You're
Yeah.
afraid. You're literally like that's why you're not doing what you truly love. If you really wanted to do what you truly love, you wouldn't be afraid to struggle, fail, and feel embarrassed because that's how it starts. Okay, when I
1000%.
first made content, I scroll down all the time to look at my old content, even my first ones, and I cringe. I could delete them if I want to, but I don't because it's a reminder.
That's part of the journey.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It shows you where you started from, where you
Exactly.
are now, and if you think where you are now is like comforting, imagine what it's gonna be like in the future. You know what I mean? And I know earlier when we started the conversation, you was talking about coming from a strict culture for
Right.
parents, where they have this vision for you.
They
this
do.
is the role you have to fit for them.
Right.
And it took a lot of courage for you, a lot of self belief to break out of that mode. How was that? Was it easy?
It's yeah, dude. Shit like that is never easy. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to. I'm a middle child in my family.
Okay.
So like, I had two older sisters and I had two younger brothers, and I was just the middle guy, right? And the thing is, when you have two younger brothers, like I was kind of looked at my father. My father wanted me to be just
The
something.
leader for them.
Yeah.
The leader for them. Yep.
You know, you have a lot of people that look up to you, you know, and I was just coming out of being a really good swimmer in Waltham High School. You know, shout out to Waltham High School.
course.
And I wanted to be an Olympian, right? That was my one goal, to be an Olympian. And then when the school that I wanted to go to rejected me, I'm not going to name this school.
No free clout.
You know what I mean? No free clout. But, you know, that made me very, very depressed. So I didn't know what
Okay.
I wanted to do. My dad wanted me to be someone that I couldn't do for him, you know, and it really made him sad, and I really felt bad.
So the want of you being an Olympian came from pressure from your family, not
Yeah.
necessarily because it was something.
Yeah.
And it was something that you was just good at.
Yeah, I was just good at it. I didn't want any future by it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, a lot of adults, they see future in you,
Yeah.
and sometimes you just don't see that what they see.
You know what I think it is?
That's a big
Benny,
point.
and sometimes it's super important to, I know off camera we was talking about being in tune with yourself.
Right.
Sometimes you're really good at something, but that doesn't mean you love doing it.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's okay to, you know, tell the people that tell you, dude, stay there. You're gonna do so well. You're gonna make so much money. But it's just like, I'm gonna do well. I'm gonna make all this money, but I'm gonna be miserable.
That was the hard part when I left my current job that I used to work at, because like, you know, a lot of people are like, how are you gonna pay your bills? How are you gonna do this? How are you gonna do that? You know. But the thing is, it's like, dude, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out. I know I will.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because usually, whatever situation I usually put myself in, I usually get out of it. I know that. I just know that.
Right.
I will.
And it's just
You
one
know?
of those things, like you said, you
Exactly.
sometimes talk to people, you walk in the room, you're trying to feel it out. It's one of those same situations where those principles can be applied to as well. You know what I mean?
You know, my parents, you know, they taught me discipline. You know, they taught me everything I needed to know to be able to be the man that I am today. I just, you know, I see myself in a completely different path that they see me on. They're starting to see it now.
Got it.
Because they see that I'm starting to make a couple achievements on the road, you know, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Like even when we were at the premiere, I was already thinking about what I was doing next.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta plan what I gotta do next.
That-
I never can live in a moment. It sucks.
I remember.
But like I just have to. I have to.
I remember, and that's one of the things that motivated me from that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I try to pick up something from every conversation, but I remember I'm all like, yo, he said it's his first movie premiere. It was his first acting role, like in a legit movie. And he's over here telling me how he's contemplating going and living the Hollywood dream, going to L.A. And have you ever been to L.A.?
I haven't been to Los Angeles yet.
No.
I actually am planning on going to Los Angeles probably in the beginning of October.
Got it.
Just
Nice.
to, I want
Feel it
to,
out.
Yeah, I want to feel it out.
It's
and see
crazy.
how it is.
It's crazy. It's the competitive scene for aspiring actors, aspiring people that just want to be in the entertainment industry is insane over there.
I was gonna say, because that actually brings me into my next question. With acting too, you know, acting and music probably the two most competitive industries on this planet.
Yeah.
No matter what, it just seems like that's what everyone wants to do, and the more everyone wants to do it, the more competition it creates.
Exactly.
So how are you able to maneuver through all that and still be your authentic self?
That's because you have to remain grounded to who you are meant to, who you are. You know what I mean? I always stay connected to my family. I have to communicate with them as much as possible, because if I don't, I guarantee you, like sometimes there was one time I took like 2 months without talking to my family. No one. Like I didn't like reach out. Maybe I shot a text hello. But the thing is, like, you have to, because like, bro, your family will help you realize that you start remembering things that you're like, oh shit, like, bro, I totally forgot. Like I was acting stupid a little bit. I have to come back to reality. You know what I mean, bro? Because sometimes you get carried away because you have so much freedom. And the freedom just like, oh yeah, like I can party, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to
I don't live by any restraints.
I don't have to live by my parents' rules anymore. And you know, you start forgetting the discipline and the lessons that they give you. You know, my dad used to tell me people are going to fuck you over.
100%.
And you know, and I let people fuck me over. And I didn't, and I totally forgot about that lesson my dad told me. I come back home to confide to my dad. My dad, all he told me was, I told you so.
Yeah. They love saying that shit.
Yeah, it's a big parent
swear to
thing.
God.
But he said,
I swear to God, they love saying
he
that.
said, I told you so, but he's actually happy that I went through that.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't let that happen. There's so much people that I don't talk to anymore, just because I realized that maybe because like it's hard to realize that some people weren't really your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you realize that through, I'm not gonna lie, through the pandemic, that's when I started to realize that shit. Because you realize even after college, bro, like even
Right.
you know, like people go apart and they do their own thing. You know, you wish them the best, but there's some people that, you know, they
Go out their way to make sure to check in.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah. There's some people that go out their way to make sure they check in, and those are the real ones that you
Yeah.
always need to keep. You know, a lot of people always wanting more, always feeling entitled. You know what I mean? But you realize that the things that you really want are kind of in front of you. You know, you can start small. You don't have to start too big. if you start too big, you kind of get carried away and you forget that like, oh shit, like I could fail at any moment, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I keep saying, bro, okay, I'm in a movie, but that doesn't mean I gotta stop working.
Yeah.
Someone told me in my DMs, yo, you're in a movie, bro. You don't gotta do shit no more, bro. I'm like, dog, like, bro,
We're not friends.
I'm making
no,
we're not friends, bro.
bro, like I'm still making content, dude.
Yeah, of
like
course.
I have yet to. I'm just editing right now. I'm just gonna be putting out new content like in the next coming weeks. You know
I
what
think
mean?
that's the difference with people that succeed in whatever it is that their dream
Right.
is with
Yeah.
people that don't succeed. So the people, like in my opinion, that probably don't succeed are the people that have that type of mentality.
Yeah.
Like, dog, I'm in a movie. I'm set.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I get handouts now. I don't
no,
need that.
yeah.
No,
it's
not
stamped
like
there.
that.
You know, like
Yeah.
where, in the other hand, the person that actually succeeds is because they fall in love with the craft. They
Exactly.
fall in love with the grind.
Yes.
And they made 2 movies. They're looking like exactly what you said in that
Exactly.
conversation. You're like, yo, what's next?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because like, bro, like all I love is the craft of it. Like I love acting is like kind of like you're kind of learning a behavior of a person. That's what I love. That's what I love about acting. I get to act like a completely different person, but I'm learning from whatever I'm. You know, I learned. Oh, I don't have to act like this. I shouldn't be too negative. My character is a lot of like, you know, I didn't have that much lines, but I knew who he was. And
Okay.
He was like a guy that, you know,
Great
he's
point.
like, oh, you know what, like. He's always negative at every single thing that the main character was trying to say. You know what I mean? Oh, like, you know, it was hard to trust me because I wasn't too confident on what I wanted to do.
That's amazing.
You know?
So like sometimes the role that you play in a movie
Exactly. Will teach you something.
Teach you. That's fire.
Because you think about it, man. Like, if you really think about it, those actors that play the real life, like, representation of, like, you know, for an example, recently I just watched a Mandela movie of Nelson Mandela with
Morgan Freeman?
No, Idris Elba.
Oh, okay,
actually.
okay.
Idris Elba. He played Nelson Mandela. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I forget what the name of the movie was, but when he played the character, I realized he was a completely different person. I can like accent, hair, face, everything. You
That's
know
what
I
I
mean?
think it's amazing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when I've seen like an interview on a talk show, a late night talk show of an actor, and I'm like, damn.
It's like, dude, you're completely different.
Yeah,
like, that's
so
crazy
different.
to me.
Like if they
That's
play
crazy.
a savage
Yeah.
on like a movie or something, like a
like
Stone
the
Cold
nicest
Killer.
And you would
guy
think
in
that's
real
how
life.
he is, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah, dude, I used to think like that heavy, bro.
I know
Heavy.
you transitioned a little bit into you know, acting and what acting has taught you, but I want to talk about like what got you into that, because obviously Olympic swimmer,
Yeah.
you know, based on the influences coming from your family,
Yeah.
they taught you self-discipline. And another way that I can put that piece together as well is that you mentioned that you're a black belt in
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
Oh, yeah.
So martial
Yeah,
arts
don't
is-
fuck with him.
Don't fuck with him.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
see that
say.
smile, but don't fuck
Yeah.
with him. Them feet get crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that martial arts is also another way to you
Yeah.
know instill discipline
Yes.
in an individual.
No, that's how my mom actually wanted to teach us
Martial arts.
through combat
Got it.
training and everything like that, because you know, martial arts, it's not just about the fighting.
Of course not.
There was a lot more than just fighting.
It's
He literally,
respect.
the dude made us, the instructor for years made us like learn these like speeches like and
Really?
Korean language and shit like that. Like we needed to learn how to like do like
Is that the root of
yeah.
Taekwondo?
Yes.
Korean?
Korean
Okay.
culture, and like he made us learn these creeds, and like we had to, dude,
Unwritten rules and
CrossFit.
stuff like that.
bro. Like, dude, like CrossFit, all that shit, bro. Like it was like we barely. Sometimes we would never do any forms or you know whatever. Sometimes sparring was teaching us a lesson. Like, bro, if I disrespected my mom one day, bro, like, yo, she would go to my instructor.
Fuck him up.
Yeah.
And bro, like she would tell him, and he'd be like, "All right,
Say that.
just wait till class, say that."
Bet.
Right, you know what I mean? Pull up to class, right? He brings the biggest dude in the class, right?
Jesus.
Tells him to gear up, right? Dude gears up. Then
You got Benny today.
Benny, gear up. I'm like, what? What are you talking about, bro? This dude's like twice my age. Like I'm not fucking
You got
fighting
40
this dude,
pounds on me.
right? dude tells me to gear up, I have no choice but to gear up because it's respect. Like
Yeah,
literally, bro.
of
Like
course.
you walk in there, bro. If you disrespect this man, it's over for you,
Yeah,
bro.
of
Like
course.
you know what I mean?
don't-
Like, bro.
you want to be at your best behavior there.
Exactly. And then you just get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
And it literally it teaches you a lesson as like, bro, respect your elders, and then follow a path that you believe is right.
Correct. And I think
But-
like martial
yeah.
arts do that for a
Big
lot
time.
of people. Like
It really brings confidence.
It starts
Especially like with young children too.
Yeah, and like the grounding of martial arts begins with the mind. They train your mind first. They try to make you unlearn or like unfuck yourself.
Exactly.
You know, and then you understand that yes, combat, like I'm using my body for it. I can do it with my body, but the way I win is with my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I learned that with like when I did a little bit of boxing. Long story short, I came home with a broken nose one day, and my grandma was like, "You're never going again."
shit.
But yeah. Long story short, like I remember like my first couple weeks, I'm like, "Yo, like this is not boxing. They want to make me a cross country athlete."
Yeah, they're making you run
Especially
and
with
shit.
basketball.
I
Dude,
did not
yeah,
throw one
same
punch.
shit.
Yeah.
I did not throw one punch. It's all because
A lot of people think I'm just gonna walk in there and
Yeah,
start
no,
punching.
it's-
Bro, that's
it's
not
not
how
like
it
that.
goes, bro. They may make you fit first. Dude.
Exactly.
That's exactly
Well,
what it
and
is.
you got to be fighting fit because throwing, punches like that for as long as
Listen,
time, that tires you out more than like
3
the running
minutes.
does.
3 minutes is a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
It's hell.
It's
Bro,
a long time,
I've
bro.
done like sparring matches, like and shit like that, dude. And like I had to be on a timer. I did 4 rounds, and I wanted to.
You wanted to
leave.
die, bro.
I wanted to leave, dude. I was like, "Fuck this, dude. I want to be out." Like,
And then you look at Pacquiao, like, how you doing this professionally, bro?
yeah,
Holy
bro.
shit.
12 of these? Get the fuck out of my face.
I
saying.
honestly feel like all these dudes is juicing though, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
No,
but
I used to.
But I digress.
I digress. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No Stephen A. Yo, but from black belt to entertainer,
Right.
like take me to that transition.
Bro, being an entertainer and you have that all those lessons that you've learned, it helps you humble yourself for certain things. Like, okay, like, bro, sometimes I'll get hyped over something like, oh shit, this motherfucker just liked my fucking picture
something
or
like that.
something like that, commented my shit. Like no one can fucking say shit to me. Right?
Yeah.
But at the same I could act like that. Well, there's days where sometimes like a hater would say some shit and I want to go on my story and say like, yo, fuck off, bro. I got 100K. You got 12 followers. That's cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it's cool to say that. It would be nice to say that. But you can't say
You
that.
feel that in the moment, but if you look back like 2 months later when you no longer feel like
don't
that, you're
wanna-
gonna be like, damn, I don't want to say that.
I don't want anybody to remember me for just, being able to talk shit. It's cool to talk your shit, but I'll just talk my shit by just showing you that I'm
I'm
capable
gonna
of
outwork
doing
you.
all
You're
this.
capable
Outwork
of
you.
it.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
outwork you, bro. Listen, I'll take even when I wanna build up a company someday, like a production company.
You will.
Right? Yes, I will. I will
Right.
be. I will be making a production company someday, and I'm going to choose people. Talent is cool, but if you're full of yourself, I'm not taking you. I rather take a person that's hardworking than talented, all day. Because a person that's hardworking is going to be able to get it done.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. A person who's talented is going to half-assed it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that.
What's a motivational quote? Hard work beats talent when talent
Yeah.
fails to work hard.
Yeah, I think KD
Yes.
said that or
Something
something,
like
like
that,
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. Shout out to KD.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
facts.
saying. So Benny, you're also, I guess I see in your IG, you call yourself an influencer.
Yeah.
You're big on, the social media, TikTok, Instagram.
Yes, sir.
But I feel like nowadays that term influencer, no one really knows what it truly means. Like, I feel like it's just another term that people use to describe a certain
That's the
situation or
thing,
certain
yeah.
people. So how would you describe influencer and what you do?
That's a good question. I would describe an influencer as a person that helps someone push forward. It's about helping people push forward. It's about inspiring people and aspiring people to grow with you at the same time. You watch me every day, so I want you to be able to grasp the energy that I have. Even if I don't even know you, bro, you're grasping the energy from my phone, which means from your phone, basically. So when you see that energy, it should be pumping you up to be able to do something. If I say something on there, yo, get up and grind, do something, do
You
something
mean that
you
shit.
love. I mean that shit, bro. Do it, and I love it when people reach out to me on direct message and they're like, yo, man, You helped me get up today and be productive. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. That's what I love, dude. That's what I want to do for you, man. That's, it's about it's about helping people. Bo, I like making people smile, Bo. I feel like wherever I am in a room, Bo, I make people feel good. And that's what I want to do.
I can attest to that.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Sus.
I appreciate that.
I'm just playing.
I'm all positive.
I love it, man. I love it.
No, that's amazing, bro. And that's amazing. I feel like, a lot of people use my number of followers means I'm an influencer. And
exactly.
Unfortunately, like, it doesn't equate that. It doesn't equate that. Like, you got to be doing something like that. You want to be able to create a change in somebody's life, even for that one moment they engaged with you, or that one moment they clicked on your story. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I think, like, an influencer is.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean?
I have patience and faith, dude. I come from a Christian culture, dude. Like, I'm telling you, the amount of times I heard Jesus, Jesus, Jesus my whole life, dude, like, Jesus is literally, like, Christianity is literally embedded in my heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I use prayer to help me gain, because when I pray, after I pray, I have the patience to wait for it. Because when you have the patience to wait for it, patience means that you have the confidence that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then boom. And when it happens, you're like, I told y'all so, dog. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta really have faith in yourself to be able to push through that. And
sometimes you gotta tell yourself, I told you so.
Yes.
Right.
You gotta tell yourself that sometimes.
Big time.
Like I told you guys at the premiere, it was about proving myself, dude. Because I literally was like, Bo, I don't know, man. I don't know, like, Bo, I really did this, Bo? Like, like sometimes I second guess myself a lot. I really got to stop doing that. But, it's just.
I think it's normal, bro.
Yeah, it's an overthinking
I think so
thing.
It's really
Right.
normal.
Yeah, I overthink so much, man, to the point where.
That just means you
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's the biggest thing too. My friends tell me that all the time. When I be up at like 3 a.m. or some shit, because I woke up, it's
You're
like
not excited,
fuck.
anxious and shit.
Anxious. It's just
Yeah.
like I just gotta remind myself that like I care.
Exactly.
And I think it's fair for people to kind of be scared of those feelings if they haven't experienced them before.
It's the anxiety about
Exactly.
it, yeah.
But just know that if you are feeling that way, it means you do care.
Exactly.
And you're gonna create something that you love doing.
Right.
I don't think that knowing that you care is enough sometimes, though. Like, I feel like you have to find...
Oh, no, you have to actually go out and do it.
You got to
100%.
find a way to use that energy to, like, get the engine running.
Yes, exactly.
Something. You know
No,
what I
when
mean?
when someone gives me, even when you get the hate and stuff like that, it's like that energy they give to me. I don't even reply because it's like, bro, when I get that energy, bro, like, yo, give me that hate energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna use that energy on me because you don't deserve it, bro.
Right.
Because when I use that energy on me, bro, I swear, dude, you're gonna be silent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On some next level.
Oh, shit. Look who just walked in. Uh-oh. Remy A in the building.
Oh, we got Do-Rag
Oh, we
Remy.
got Remy A in the building.
Quiet.
Bro, we having a good convo. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, my brother?
How you doing? Turn my mic up.
Oh, so yeah, we gotta get the mic
Please,
up. Duh.
please. Now we back. I'm back.
Now we
I'm here.
back.
I'm here.
All
Keep
right.
it going. Keep it going. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in. I'm good.
Yeah, he good. We go on the
good.
camera.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
We
Turn it
we
up,
on the
turn it
camera.
up.
It's a little hot outside, dog. You a little drippy.
You got a sweater on too. You looking mad good. Come on. You looking like
Say,
money.
I told
had
you he
to-
was the drippiest
Hey,
dude.
man.
Looking like money.
I always tell people don't go broke trying to look rich, but hey, man,
Hey.
Hey, you got a Super Bowl ring?
Yeah.
You got a Super Bowl ring in your finger? Come on. Like this came here to embarrass us. Save some hoes for the rest of us. Save some hoes for the rest of us.
Yo, we got Spicy Alex in the
That's what I'm saying.
building,
Remy
bro.
I'm looking high. I'm
Yeah,
looking
my man
high.
looking
I'm trying.
Spicy, bro.
I just did laundry, so I had a bunch of options
Hey.
right before,
Hey,
right before I
like-
came here. That's the only time I look fly is when I just do laundry.
I
Right.
feel that. I feel
That's
that,
facts.
bro. You
I
know, you
definitely-
feel fresh, you feel clean. Say that.
Yeah.
So fresh and
Say
clean.
that.
Hey, what is it?
Michael Jackson?
Feel good, play good, look good,
That's what
play
I'm
good,
saying.
something like that.
Yeah.
Fact. It's a
Something
fact.
like
Shout out
that.
to the Pats, man.
Yeah. So, bro, getting into acting and stuff like that. Who's like your favorite actor, comedian? Who's like
bro,
who do you go to that?
Oh, bro, my favorite actor, bro. That's a tough question, but I really do like Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's
Dude,
a
that's
good
one of my
pick.
favorite. Dude.
That's an under.
You don't know who
that
Jake
is?
Gyllenhaal is, bro?
You don't know? Oh, you probably didn't see the latest Spider-Man movie.
What is
out there.
wrong with me?
Nah, but I feel you because I don't be knowing people's actors' names. You gotta
Like,
give
if
me
you
like
show
the
me a
role.
picture-
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 um,
dude. If I showed him a picture of Jake Gyllenhaal,
Oh, he'd
I'd probably
no,
know
you
who it is.
know.
Bro,
he was
you know who he is.
he was
wildin'
Mysterio
if
in
I
the
don't know-
last Spider-Man movie.
He was the bad guy in Spider-Man.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, he's
Oh,
like that old
damn,
white
dude.
boy. That's-
Yeah, he's a
Yeah, which one?
Yeah,
The
there's a
white
bunch
dude.
of them. But I know now I know who you're talking about because he's been around for a minute.
I'm
He's-
wildin'
Yeah,
if I
Yeah.
don't know.
He has been. I don't know why I can't think of a lead of his. Right
But I
now,
do
though.
like Samuel Jackson. Y'all know who Samuel
Of
Jackson is.
course, the
You know what I
legend.
mean?
What's in your wallet? I'm just playing.
Yo, he did some legendary shit. He pulled up one time in a suit with every movie he's ever been in the role. He was
Oh,
like,
dude,
hold up,
he's
let me
been,
show y'all
he's
what
been
I'm.
wearing shirts and shit. With has his like his movie.
He likes wearing the
characters or
Pulp
whatever,
Fiction
and-
ones. I've
Yeah.
seen that. He loves wearing
Yeah,
his
bro.
characters in Pulp Fiction.
Exactly.
That's definitely-
exactly.
But you know, some people they can't stand their own voice. Have you ever run into that issue where
That is true.
Where maybe you like acting and being in front of the camera, but watching it back, sometimes you cringe. I
It
know for
used
me,
to, yeah,
like
it-
sometimes I do that.
It used to bug me when I first started. I couldn't watch myself like in a video. So everybody would be like, "Yo, I fuck with your video heavy, bro," and they'll show me the video, and while they're watching it, I'm kind of like just looking away.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
you know
what I
fuck
mean?
my
Yeah, yeah,
voice.
yeah.
I
That
couldn't-
secondhand embarrassment
it'd be,
shit.
It'd be
yeah.
like cringy to me. I don't
Right.
know why. I'd be like, I'm hard on myself. So when I watch myself, I could do better on that. I could do better on that. You know,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
look at the. I can't look
I
at
can
the phone.
I can definitely relate. I remember
Yeah.
like it took me like at least maybe 20 episodes before I'm like, all right, let me listen to some of
Yeah.
my shit. I swear to God, I
Honestly,
was
bro,
just
you
doing
speaking
it.
on a-
It takes a while to be
I was
comfortable
just,
on
I was
everything.
just doing it and not even listening back to it. I'm like,
Exactly. Oh,
Especially if
dude,
you don't
I feel
really,
that.
if you
I
don't
feel
hear
that.
Feel me?
yourself as
Yeah.
much as you hear yourself. You
Yeah,
know, 'cause
it's a-
some people only hear themselves when they talking to other people. So
Dude,
you
I don't even
really
know. I don't even know how people do it with music, man. Like,
Yo.
dude, that's
Yeah.
And they gotta hear
shit.
that
Yeah.
song
Yeah,
a
I'm-
million times.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real with you. I tried music. I did try music, and every now and then when I'm bored, I'll pick it up again.
Right.
And it's just like, yo, in my head, it sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I say it on the mic while I'm recording it. It sounds amazing. I play it back. I'm all like, let me grab a book.
Hold up, I ain't that good. Let me write that down.
Nah, I feel
Let me
you,
grab a
bro.
book.
Oh, that's good shit.
Dude, nah, man, I don't know how they do it, man. They like recording the auto tune, all that. I remember watching my cousins do some music too, and when they're doing music, it's like I see them doing the auto tune and everything. It's like, how could you hear yourself? Like,
Yeah, over and over and over.
yeah,
like that.
over and over and over.
I remember when
It's
I
annoying
first
a little bit.
when I first started doing stand up, and I would have to hear myself to critique my
Right.
set. It would be so bad because I was at the point where I'm like, why do I keep saying or you know what
Bro,
I mean?
yeah.
You know what I
Telling
mean? You
this
know what I
right
mean?
now, dude, one of my first ones, I used to say like.
Like.
Yeah, that's a big
And
one.
you're
Dude.
just sitting there like, yo, I sound so stupid.
It's like, dude, I was in public speaking classes. Why the hell do I keep saying this shit, dude? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. I bombed only two shows for stand up, bro. And
Were they like paid shows or were they like open
they were
mics?
like open mic. They were open mics, but like
get bombing open
I was
mics
showing,
like
I was trying to, you know, I was trying to push in these jokes, you know. I was trying to see which ones worked and which ones didn't, you know. But bombing, bro, it's like it's an experience, man. Like I appreciated the failure of it, but at the same time,
While it
dude,
was happening, you're like,
while it was happening, dude, everything felt like it was in slow motion.
Everything felt personal. Like you motherfuckers don't think I'm funny.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
You all want to stop fighting?
but both times I've bombed, I've backed it up. So like at the time I bombed it, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Backup plan. I'm gonna start shitting on everybody in the audience.
Yeah.
And they love that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's who someone told us that was like one of the best things to do
Yeah.
if you bomb, is just start shitting on
Shitting
the
on-
audience.
Start
Yeah.
shitting on the audience.
I never
And
shit
it's
in the
crazy
audience 'cause
how-
I don't think I'm that funny enough to point at you who came
Oh,
to
no,
watch
you'd
me.
roast
Like,
somebody.
Fuck you.
Nah,
I'm
you-
not a person.
Nah,
I'm not
you.
a-
I feel like you'd roast someone.
Nah,
for
you
fucking
look
stuff.
like you would fucking just like
Yeah.
flame someone and it'll be
No,
silent.
I try.
for real though.
For
For real.
hot
I feel like Alex has that savage in him.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the last set that I did on Friday, which was a big set.
Yo, clap it up.
A
man.
lot of
You
my
talking
shit,
say.
like my openers, are naturally geared towards laughing with the audience. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like making fun of them a little bit, but then all having fun. Like I still love you guys, you know, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But definitely, I remember like bombing one of the first times, like that it was bad, like really bad, where people were just staring at me
Yeah.
and waiting for that time to fucking be
Oh,
done and leave.
damn.
But I remember like going to the car and going like, if that's as bad as it get, fuck it, I'll take it. I'll take it every single time. I'll take it. And I put some Nipsey on and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, and I don't give a fuck that much. As long as I'm writing what I think is funny and I'm going up there and I'm not lying to people, and I'm not saying something for shock value, and I'm not reaching. I'm just trying out things that are, jokes and punchlines and setups. Like,
Right.
I'll live.
That's
Like,
how you
I'll
do
take
it, man.
Right.
That's how you do it.
Because
bro.
we was talking about cancel culture before we started recording, and how no one's ever really canceled. Like Bill
Yeah,
Burr, you
no.
use Bill
No
Burr
one's
as a
ever really
perfect
canceled.
example.
Charlie
Good
Sheen
joke.
though. Charlie Sheen was
Whoa.
pretty canceled.
Yeah?
Okay.
What do you-
Charlie Sheen's
oh,
on his
because of the
bullshit.
shit-
He's on some bullshit. That's,
Wait, currently, or because of the past shit when he was like winning, or that type of shit.
Yeah, like
that era shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. That's what got him canceled, and no AIDS and the like.
Because that was like one of the first. That was like one of the first canceled things ever. We didn't even know what the hell was going on. He was just he basically fucking people without a condom, and he's got AIDS. Like,
I had a joke about that. That I want him back on TV. I want him back on TV because he
But see,
represents
I
the
feel
side
like-
of America, a piece of shits. I mean, like they need representation too. You know what I mean? They need representation.
yeah,
that's,
dude.
that's
the
funny.
piece of shit. Hey, you make a great
That's his
point,
shit.
Alex. But see, shit like that, that's cancelable. Like you
No.
giving people AIDS.
Exactly.
That shit's cancelable.
That's cancelable.
But like for like comedians that have had their past jokes come out and like bite them, that really ain't, because that was the time.
That was a time period.
We laughed at
Yes.
shit like that. Now we don't. Okay, but you could still laugh at. I feel like you could still laugh at that shit because of the time period it was from.
Yeah, the Wayans brothers. Like what I told you this earlier. The Wayans brothers. They said, I saw an article, and there was a quote that said like, if the joke's funny, you won't be canceled. Like you can't cancel us.
Yeah.
If the joke's funny, bro, and like people are repeating it like day in and day out, bro, like that shit. You can't. There's no way you can cancel me because like my shit's funny. If your
Right.
shit's not funny, you're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, you
bro.
have to be undeniably funny.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's why there's certain people, like when I see a lot of comic make like political jokes, like you have to
Yeah.
be really clever. Like I have a bunch of political jokes. I don't tell them because I don't think they're clever enough or
Exactly.
unique
Right.
enough or my
Yeah.
stance is funny enough.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing about like dick jokes. And everybody got a dick joke, but it's like, is yours funny? Is yours unique?
Yeah.
Can I make, if I hear that joke, do I know that you told it and not somebody, not,
Yeah,
not the
exactly.
internet,
Right, yeah,
not
yeah.
somebody else?
Does it feel staged or anything like that?
Yeah.
Bro, sometimes, bro, my best comedy show was when I came in there and I improv'd.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything written down. I walked in there and I just started talking about my family life. Just me when I was younger and shit, and like just shit that happens in college, just talking stories, dude. And I was just relating to people and shit. It was fucking awesome. Bro.
Now, when that happens,
Yeah.
and you have that success, do you lean into that? So do you then go back, hey, when I start writing, let me start writing like the way I just freestyled?
I low key, like I do that. I used to do that, but I kind of wanted like every single show that I did to be like different. You know what I mean? A different. If I see like sometimes I'll look at the audience. Bro, I was watching what's his name, Robin Williams. for a
R.I.P..
good amount of
Rest in
time.
peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I only watched him because he did that. Like, bro, this dude would walk in on a stage full of like thousands of people, a bunch of waters on the table, bro. Straight up, just coming up there, no written jokes, bro.
Yeah.
He just was just like,
He was special, bro.
it was
Yeah.
just like, dude, what, bro? Like, just straight up, an hour long, bro. Just straight up, just speaking whatever he wanted to speak, bro. It was insane.
Yeah, people are loving it.
You
Yeah,
know,
man.
you know who I like. That's I won't put him in the same category as Robin Williams because he was very special. But this dude is also very special. You guys heard of
Right.
Don Rickles?
I have heard
Yes,
of Don
I
Rickles.
have.
Yo, Don Rickles was a beast. Rest in peace as well.
Rest
but-
in peace.
Same with
Yo.
Richard Pryor and everything like that too.
Richard Pryor is amazing.
Yo, but he was the type of dude that he would come on with like no jokes, just like all crowd engagement. All crowd
Exactly.
engagement. And what I loved about him was his transition. When he engaged the crowd, and it was like something like they didn't really laugh, he was just immediately and bounced to like some other
Yeah.
thing like, excuse me, sir, is this your wife? Yes. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
random
that type
stuff
of
to
shit.
like keep the crowd going. Yo,
Hashtag never sit in the front row of a comedy show.
Never.
Because that's the
You're
only
targeted.
place that they could see.
You're
right, the
targeted.
quick scope
Right.
ass.
Because as
Some people do it intentionally.
Yeah.
well, some people like it, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like when you're in front of the stage, the lights hit you so hard that only people you can see is the front row,
Yo, for
and
real.
then maybe some eyes in the back, maybe on the side, like.
Dude, so you're only really talking to the front row, I guarantee you.
Yo,
bro.
it's funny because prior to this last week, I've never been on a stage, but I was on the stage for our show, and it's true. And it was a small.
That's what I'm saying. I was bending
It
down.
was a small room, but I'm all like, yo, I can really only see like
Yeah, you
these
really
people
can't.
right here. I
When we
can't
was
even-
taking that group photo, I'm like, is Zay back there? No, like I can't see him. Like,
Yeah,
that shit's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro.
That is crazy, though.
Yo, but what's the? Obviously, you do all these different endeavors: social media, influencer,
Actor, comedian.
motivational speaker, comedian, actor. What is the goal for comedy? Is that just something to get your name out there? What?
I want to start doing like movies in a sense like movies like what do you call it, like Ice Cube used to do, like those like Fridays movies like that.
Those cult classics, shit like
cult
that.
classic
Yeah.
movies, like, you know, I want to be in a rom-com one day, like, you know what I mean, like I don't care if it's like a side character, I won't even be the main character.
Yeah, he said, I don't care if it's the side.
I don't want to be like one of those dudes that like kissing the girl at the end and shit. I just want to be like that comedic, you know what I mean? I
Relief.
want to be that memorable face on screen.
Right.
That's what when I pop up, you know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when you get your name up there for like comedy and stuff, you'll realize when you walk into a room, when people know who you are, they just start laughing automatically because
Well,
they know
yeah.
whatever's gonna come out of
Yeah.
your mouth is gonna be like gold. You know what I mean?
It's like you set up that foundation. That's the
Yeah.
shit about comedy is once you find your group, you can pretty much say whatever the fuck it's in your heart,
Yeah.
and they're gonna love it because they love you
It's
already.
I think it's like
Exactly.
the Kevin Hart effect.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart can talk about eating a Whopper Jr. and
Yeah.
it's gonna be funny to
when
me.
that man walks into a wombo, we're all gonna start dying laughing
Laugh.
'Cause
For no
you just
reason,
know
for no-
that-
yeah.
no reason. Exactly.
He's like,
Like,
wanna-
you just get, oh
dude.
shit, shit's about to get
That's the
funny, and you
worst.
already smiling.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys a question, and obviously for both of you guys, since you both were comedians, do you think that you either are funny or aren't funny? Can you teach somebody to be a comedian?
You can.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
In
You
like
can
what
teach
way?
someone to be their delivery. You can teach them. You can teach them how to story tell. You know, you can teach them how to be more engaging. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could be a comedian if they truly put in the work ethic for it. But
It's
a
a-
lot of people, yeah.
Entertainment and being funny is like a muscle.
Yeah.
Some people naturally have a bigger, already stronger muscle.
Yeah.
But you could always work on it and flex it. I've seen some people really go from like really bad to like, yo, this guy's kind of funny.
Yeah, decent.
And
Yeah.
like it would be like a year span of him just writing jokes and being really bad, and then him finding his voice, and because I feel like it all depends when you catch somebody. Because
Yeah.
it's hard. I think the hardest thing would always be
The
stage
first
presence.
First couple times, yeah.
Yeah, like
confidence,
yeah,
the
your
confidence in
your confidence in
saying
your
that.
shit.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I feel like that's probably the hardest thing. But like your writing gets better just every time you write.
Bro. Yeah.
Just all that shit comes naturally and comes as you work. But I feel like stage presence is super hard to
Yeah.
come by.
No, like, Bo, the minute you walk on stage, they're going to tell if you're confident
Yeah.
or if you're not, incling in New York City.
Oh,
Bo,
bull-
I'm
shit.
not even. I went.
That's
to,
where I want to go next.
speak
right
on
there,
that,
New York.
100%.
You gotta
I
go
went
next.
to. I went to. I didn't. I never did a show in New York City, but I went to a comedy show in New York City, and this is one of these like ones where it's like people who are starting and shit. Because I wanted to see what New York's crowd was like.
I hear
You know
it's
what I'm
wild
saying?
out there.
And those dudes,
Fuck it.
Bo, man, this dude bombed one time. He said some shit and no one laughed, right? And they were like, silent. It wasn't.
Oh,
it
that
wasn't.
radio
it wasn't
silence.
boo.
It
It
was
was
just like-
boo, nigga. Get the fuck off the stage. I was like, nah. This ain't
I
for
got
me.
scared,
This ain't
dog.
for me. I was like, yo, I got scared. I honestly, truly, I got scared, man.
That's why I want to
'Cause I
go.
was
Though. I
like-
want
I
to
was
go
like-
because of that.
Yeah, man. I was just, dude. It's another area over there, dude. That's a whole nother world, bro. But that's where people come up, and you have to face that shit.
The thing is, like, you there's so many different individuals with so many passions in New York. Everybody's pursuing something. Everybody got something going. So if you're not good, they're not gonna give you the time of the day.
Yeah, 'cause there's so many
They've
people.
seen it a
Yeah.
thousand
Yeah.
times.
So
Exactly.
you gotta have that like, goddamn microwavable
Yeah.
like, I got your attention.
But which is what I like because a part of being in the Lions Den
Right.
is only the big Lions is gonna survive.
Exactly.
And I feel like I love Boston. And right now I'm living in Pravi. And I feel like those places give you a lot of nurture and a lot of like space to grow because there's not a lot of people. But I feel like in New York, because there's that level of competition, once you like the top 5, top 20, top 30,
Yeah.
you got killers. You got
Yeah.
people that are filling up rooms and getting
Yeah, bro.
paid. So your connection level is easy. I just feel like I don't know. This my goal this month is to go to New York and do comedy. That's
Yeah,
my
bro.
goal.
Yeah,
You
man.
gonna do
Meet
it.
the Wayans brothers.
Need
They
you on
always-
some-
they're
one of them
always-
Sam
they're
Buck
always
shows out
performing
in Brooklyn.
New York, bro. They're always performing.
I'm gonna
in New
bump
York.
into him, do a guest spot.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. do one of them Sam Buck shows out in Brooklyn.
That's what I'm saying. It's good
That'd be
saying.
fire, yo. Shout out Sam Buck, bro.
Yeah, man.
So, bro, who is the funniest person you've ever met?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, since you're a comedian, you know, you meeting a lot of funny people, actor as well. There's got to be someone that stood out. Was like, you know what, this motherfucker.
Just say yourself. Are you the funniest guy you ever met?
Because there ain't no wrong with patting yourself on the back.
Man, I'm not. I'm not the funniest person. I'm gonna have to go with my father on that
Your
one.
father's
Okay,
funny.
shout out pops.
Yeah,
Hey.
man.
That's
When
how it works.
Dude, when my dad actually watched one of my content, like one of my videos, bro, and he said that was funny, it actually like really touched my heart.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, like this guy really thinks I'm fucking funny. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
holy, because like, bro, it's hard to make my dad laugh. Like, you know what I mean? And like getting him to laugh, dude, I don't know why. It felt like I got a handshake from fucking
Jesus.
like, yeah.
The CEO of laughter.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah, dude.
No, that's dope, bro. Like I could definitely relate, man. Like anything my dad gives me, like my dad's not really much of a pat you in the back kind
Yeah.
of guy. Like you can send him a long ass message and you'll be like okay, or like send you the thumbs up emoji.
Oh, my
So
dad's
like
that.
yeah. So like if I got anything other than that, I'm all like I'm doing something good, bro.
You know,
For real.
as long as he's not pissed at you, that's
Yeah.
all that is. You know what I'm saying?
or
It's a
is
win.
he?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Do we be cracking them dad jokes, or is it like
I
a lot
love
more?
crack jokes, bro. I love
love
dad
dad
jokes.
jokes.
I said
I love
crack
You
jokes.
crack jokes. I was gonna say.
Crack
Hey,
jokes.
I mean,
Crack jokes.
all you gotta do is walk outside and you see mad crack out here. So.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
the real question is, how the bitches treating you?
How the bitches treating me?
Yeah, they got to be treating you
They
fairly
treat me
nicely,
good.
man.
Hey, man, when you're funny, hey, you're funny.
We-
Nigga.
yeah, but did it change when like the numbers change and
Yes, it
the
did.
visibility changed and
100%.
like was it like oh you noticed me huh oh now you notice me now you
dude.
want
He only
honestly-
fuck with out of towners now.
Yeah, mostly. But I have a girlfriend myself.
hey man
Shout
hey
out-
we
shout
faithful
out-
we faithful shout out baby
shout
shout out
out to
baby
my baby.
we talking about the old time we talking about the old time
No, but like when it did, yeah, it changed. It changed fast.
you just like
Different.
ooh.
So I know this kid. Oh yeah, you didn't know me fucking 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Fucking,
That was just annoying.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying, but I find it hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, of
I don't.
course.
Oh,
see
it's
no one-
No,
dead
I'm not
funny.
saying you're annoying. I'm saying,
Yeah.
oh, he was just that annoying kid, but now I
No.
know him.
Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people used to think I was annoying, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
At the end of the day, man, hey, you hate my content? Hey, shoot some hate in the comments section, dog. Give me some engagement.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
You know,
Put
to
the numbers
whoever thinks you're annoying is just like, yo, I'm sorry, you just can't see my passion how I see
Exactly.
it. That's
Exactly.
just all.
And
it is.
even with
And
your,
that's okay.
you're supposed to
Yeah.
annoy people with your passions, though. Like,
Exactly.
that's why you do them. Like,
You know?
if I post a million times on my story that there's a new episode out, don't be surprised
But that's
because
why-
I'm running a podcast.
But that's why, you know, a lot of people get the hate is in their head so much to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, I got to do something positive in my page so these people can feel, you know, something for me. It's like, dude, don't show that. That's
Yeah.
how you're making
Really
your
don't-
bread.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, okay, I'm going to do the good things that I do off camera.
Yes.
No one has to see but me and that individual over there.
That's
right?
God, that's God.
And,
You know-
and God, too.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't got to show no one anything because let them hate me, bro. Because if they hate me, that's how I'm making my money anyway, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only
Amen.
that, but like I
Same
can
time.
definitely add to that. Whenever I see like an artist out in the public giving money to like homeless people and shit,
Yeah.
I'm all like, that did not come from the heart. Like it maybe could have, but like if it really did, you don't
But
want
filming
no,
it and
you
shit
don't
like
you don't
that,
want no
yeah.
applause
No,
for it.
I don't need none of that.
that's the
That's
one.
not what you're doing
Yeah.
it for.
my
that's-
blessing that I need is from the Lord and Savior Himself.
Who's seeing
I don't.
it?
I don't need any praise from anyone else for giving a homeless man money.
Yeah.
You know, that's between me and him, and
It
I'm
just-
pretty
it
sure
just-
he wouldn't want to be in camera anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
going
don't get
through it.
why
He-
they
he's going
record
through some
that
shit right now.
It just makes
Exactly.
me think the intention.
Yeah. Like if you got to record yourself being a good person, I don't think you're really a good person.
But I do,
Like,
you know, I do appreciate. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you know, but not like
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
not you or just people. I'm just
Exactly.
saying like when it comes to like you know they're feeding homeless or
Right.
doing it, like you really don't need to put that on video.
Now-
You do like that.
now-
I think if they're in your
now-
face on some like, yeah, we out here really helping, like I'm a good
That's
person,
what
then
I'm
yeah,
saying,
you're not.
like-
But
Now,
like if you,
Yeah.
to play
Can't be
devil's
doing that.
advocate, if I started an organization
Okay.
and my organization is feeding 1,500 homeless people, you gonna hear about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be lined up
course.
like this with my homeless dogs like that. Like,
Okay, if
Like,
you
hey,
fucking funded a whole fucking
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
with it.
That's some good shit. That's good shit.
That's all I'm saying. I get
Yeah.
like if you're tipping a homeless dude $2 and you record it, you a bum.
Yeah,
you a bum.
for real.
Yeah.
Or if your personality, the way you gain traction, isn't because of that.
Yeah.
You out here on these streets slinging.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Killing ops, and then you take a video, post it like, "Yo, I'm helping out the homeless." Like,
You
bro,
on
like-
fucking Skid Row, you know,
Like,
giving
come on,
them
bro.
pizza.
Like, you ain't really, you ain't about that life. You about the other life.
Just
but
to
you ain't
not
about this
deter
life.
motherfuckers from giving to the homeless people.
No, I don't want to
They're
deter.
No,
I'm
no,
just-
no. I'm
I
saying-
can't give you money because then I can't record it because they
Yeah.
make fun of me.
Then don't record it. If
Exactly.
you want to give somebody money, give them
I only
money.
want to record
Dude,
it.
I heard a story that Floyd Mayweather one time, like one of the managers of Floyd was on a podcast and he was talking about like Floyd, like we were at a restaurant and like he took out a stack of $10,000 for the tip for the waitress and fucking put it under the bill and was like, "Let's go." He was like, "What? What? That's amazing! Like, well, let's call the press." And he was like, "Nah, the only people who should know about this is me, you, and that woman over there. That's it. Let's go." I was
Yeah.
like, and then he goes, literally he goes, "The people come to my boxing matches to see me lose, bro, and I don't need them knowing any of the good shit that I do outside because that's how I make my bread."
That's
I was
some real
like,
shit.
Bro,
I would've
after
robbed
he
that
said
girl.
that,
That is
dude,
some real
Dude.
shit.
easily.
Ain't the type of dude. Turn around. There's a stack on there. Like,
Yeah, if I see $10,000 on the table, I'm gonna pretend to be a wait staff.
yeah.
Hey, baby, hold on, baby.
I'll be the table busser.
Yeah, bro, I'm cleaning the shit up. Don't give a fuck. I be out 10 bands
out
up
there.
outside.
I love it.
Oh, dog.
See me with a new chain and shit.
How's like the reaction been from other influencers? Because
Yeah.
you obviously tapped into that
Yeah.
part of the industry, or part of social media. So how's it been, linking with other influencers? Because that's a big thing for influencers to do. Like it's like, what do you call it? It's like one of those Marvel crossovers.
Right, exactly.
You just collide in fan bases.
Yeah, it's amazing to see what other ideas people come up with. You come together, and everybody has like such different types of niches of the way they film shit, and it's amazing when we can all put that all together.
Mm-hmm.
And I've met some amazing people around the Boston area, around Somerville, around Medford, New York. So many good, talented people.
Mhm.
And they. Some of them, you run into a lot of people, and some of them just do it for just the clout. You know what I mean? I just
Right.
want bitches, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, whatever. And I like to work with them because I see the talent in them. And I try to convince them, hey, I don't push them to do it because every free will, you have that all to yourself. But I'll give you that little boost. But whatever you want to do to maintain that, you do whatever you got to do. And you see a lot of different types of work ethic. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, bro, like I'll pull up. One time I pulled up to one collab, man. The person was like, "Have a seat, smoke a blizzy, blah blah blah." I was like, "Hey man, I'm just here to work. Maybe after, but like, bro, like, I'm just here to work right now." He's like, "Yo, chill out. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done." We never got anything done.
Damn.
You know what I
Damn.
mean? And it was sad because it's like that's when I realized that my time was worth a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was like, bro, I'm trying to get this content. I'm trying to bang out so much shit. So, I bang out so much videos so I can relax for like a good 2 to 3 days.
Absolutely.
And then get back into it again.
Yo,
you
listen,
know?
some people don't understand it, bro.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand it. Some people want the pleasure up front
Yeah.
and then they'll work for it.
Yeah, bro. It's like,
I ended a relationship because of that shit.
oh, man.
That's
you
how much
can't-
that shit means to me.
Hey, Mike
nah.
said that on the air. You
Nah,
heard
bro,
that.
Nah, for real though. It's just like, yo, we can't put fun first. You know what I mean? Fun is fun, but like
Yeah.
The party's got to end.
I feel like
The
almost
party's
like
gotta end.
I feel like almost if I'm having fun before I work, it's like a hollow fun. Like I don't enjoy it as
It's
much.
forced. Feels
That's
too
just-
much.
that- but
Because
that's
you're
just me.
thinking, too much about what you need to get done, bro.
Thank you. You know
That's
what I
too
mean?
much,
And
bro.
because I know what I need to
Yeah.
get done, so
It's too much, man. You know that anxiety is. I gotta get it done now. I gotta get it
Yeah.
done now.
Yeah.
I can't chill.
Yeah.
I really can't now.
Exactly.
I just like being like productive.
Yeah.
And so I don't mind the whole like, are we gonna smoke and brainstorm, or we gonna smoke? I'm a person, I smoke and do stuff, so I never
Yeah.
mind when people want to smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
But
Yeah.
I've definitely ran into a lot of situations where a person looks like they're grinding,
Mm-hmm.
and then we talk and it sounds like they're grinding, and then you pull up and you're like, motherfucker,
Yeah,
wait.
nigga, you make grind.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah.
and then you realize you start talking to them, and this is where it gets real. When you start talking to them, and they don't know certain keywords about the industry, or they don't know certain
my gosh,
certain
dude,
like
you get-
tricks, or
yeah.
and you're like, wait, have you done any research on what the fuck
Exactly.
we've been all doing at the same time? 'Cause
Exactly.
listen, I like you, but I'm not here to teach you some shit.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
gonna take me 3 hours to teach you this shit, and then we're gonna take us another 3 hours to film some shit. I'd rather just leave.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
and then even it's even like I don't know what it was. Like it's always like when someone doesn't come on time. You know what I'm saying? When someone doesn't come on time to like film a video or something, it's just like, bro,
It's
hell,
demoralizing,
it's
yeah.
hell-
Because
it's
now
hell.
you
'Cause
gotta
the
stress
spirit-
about
'cause the
that
spirit.
person. You
Yeah.
gotta stress about that person showing up so you can get the
Exactly.
shit done.
yeah, man. And it's
Yeah.
just like, damn, man, like, you know. We could have just linked up. We could have linked up after filming, bro. We could have just like had a
Done
fun time.
whatever.
But now we have to film and just be out, bro. Because now I have other shit that I have to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, it's hard because you really see that so much people can really make a difference. You know what I mean? But some people are just. It's about the work ethic. If they're willing to work, you know, they're gonna get far. If they don't want to work at it, you know, they're just gonna end up like everyone else.
That's
You
true.
know, sorry. That's all. You know.
So talking about this,
Respectfully.
like big influencer pool that you
Right.
know you're now a part of, obviously a black belt like we mentioned in the beginning of the interview. Are you gonna be that dude that knocks out Jake Paul?
Please do.
Absolutely
Somebody
not.
do it. Both of them brothers.
I respect Jake Paul and you know I don't want to.
I'll
I
fuck
don't want
with
to
his
start
grind.
no beef with Jake Paul.
That started on the podcast.
He starts beefing with other people, so he might start beefing with you just off rip.
I love you, Jake Paul. Don't kill me, man. Nah, like I respect what he does. Honestly, I look up to him as a businessman. He really has like brought me to even watch combat sports. I had never really watched combat sports
Wow.
like that. I was watching UFC before, but I never really watched boxing like that.
Boxing.
You know what I mean? But boxing, I actually dug more deep into boxing. I watch a lot of like the old ones, like
Who's
Mike
your
Tyson's
favorite?
fight.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
But Evander Holyfield was pretty good too
Yeah,
back in that
that's a
time
good name,
period.
yeah.
I really liked him too.
He was a big dog. Bro.
yeah. Anthony Joshua.
He's a
I-
Yes,
beast.
sir.
I
That's a
think he's
killer.
beast.
I
That's
don't know.
a
I
good-
tell, like he looks like a beast. That's my
Yeah.
thing. He looks like a beast. I don't know if he
He
fights
looks
like
Hollywood
a
as
He
beast.
hell.
got beat up by Andy was.
Andy
Yeah, Ruiz the
Andy
first
Ruiz.
time.
But
Fat
I'll
boy.
tell you
that
what
was,
happened.
that was a big W for Fat Boys. I'm just
He
saying.
hit him right here.
He hit him right here.
You're
and it
drunk
fucked
all
up
night.
His whole
You're
body.
drunk all night.
Fucked up his whole body.
Yeah.
His
Shout out to
brain's
the
fine.
shout out to Team Chubby. My man fucked him
Yeah,
up. That's
yeah.
what happened. Don't say that. He hit him there because that's where he was supposed to hit him. It's a
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
match. He hit him where he was supposed to hit him. It hurt.
Hey,
He
no
just didn't-
excuses aside. He should have been
Chubby
protecting
boy
himself at all
season.
He
times.
just didn't pass out once he got hit there.
Yeah, it was Chubby
He
boy.
was kind of still
Yeah.
awake. He
Yeah.
was just still awake, bro. Oh, damn.
But y'all seen that second fight?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
bad.
that was-
I mean,
that was
but
a
either
bad-
way, like I don't know, he just didn't look like a dominant force to me. Like he just looks.
Who,
Man,
Ruiz or Joshua?
Joshua, like he looks the part. He got the abs. He's tall. He
I
got the
think-
nice smile. And then I feel like mentally he's just weak, man. He just looks
I
funny.
think you know.
He was confident. He
I
was gonna
want to
win
see
that
him
fight,
against Tyson Fury.
too. Yeah.
He don't move well enough for that. He don't got the.
Oh no, Tyson.
Who,
Tyson.
Tyson?
Look unpredictable as fuck.
Joshua.
Joshua
Dude,
moves
Tyson-
well. I don't
What
think
you
he
say? What
moves
you say
well.
about Tyson?
He looks unpredictable as fuck.
That's
Yeah.
what makes him amazing.
That's what scares me.
That's what
When-
makes him.
when
That's
you
why
fight
I
that
feel
kid,
like
bro.
I feel like if
He's
Joshua,
always like,
That's what I'm saying. He's
I'm
like,
like,
"Am I gonna
yo,
hit you?"
fuck that,
And he's a
fuck
good like
that.
fake puncher too. So
Yeah,
if you face you out, you're going down. 'cause
I
That's
feel
a
like-
big boy.
I feel like if Joshua fights Fury, it would be a good fight for boxing purists.
Yeah.
If Joshua fights Wilder, it would just be a good fight for the
Savages.
casuals,
The young
the
ones.
casuals,
Well,
the
don't,
casuals.
I think Fury got to face Wilder
Tyson
again.
again.
Yeah,
and
but he
then
third
he
one.
faced Joshua.
He
yeah,
got
because that was the
COVID.
contract.
And
and
nobody
shit like
want to
that.
watch
You know what's
that
funny?
shit.
What's funny?
Which one? Wilder and Fury 3?
Yeah, nobody wants to watch that shit.
I think that's
Daytime.
dead. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
dead.
think it's too forced now. Like like you're saying, like, oh, Fury has to face
Listen,
him. Like
I
Fury should
love-
want to face him.
I
you know what I'm
love
saying?
Wilder, but my man does.
That's
not,
what I'm saying, Dante,
My
don't
man
kill us.
just has one hit punch power. That's it. He
That's
does not
exactly
have
what
the
it is.
He
skill.
gonna
I
burst
knew-
through that door and be like, "What you say?"
I'm gonna be like, yo, big dog, I don't fight.
It's funny. It's
but
funny.
you ain't got the skills to fight Fury. He'll
It's
fight.
funny. I was in Wilder's side when they first like.
Me
you
too.
know,
The
you
first
know,
time?
Yeah, the first time.
I mean,
You
that
know?
was.
Yeah. You know, he got the
I mean,
dub.
first American
yeah.
heavyweight.
If
Yeah.
you guys follow Wilder's the type of guy, like, once he, like, went up the ranks and he fought, like, a dude like Ortiz, he was getting beat up the whole fight. You're like, God, this might be
Yeah,
his
this
first
dude's
L, and then
fucking-
he just comes out of nowhere.
Boom.
Good night. Like, that's not a fighter, bro. Like,
Hey, but it was working. That shit was working.
Listen, the shit works.
That nigga
And
was
when it-
hitting you with everything but the kitchen sick,
And when
bro.
it comes to fighting, you just got to do every shit that work, bro.
Yeah.
Because you ain't trying to
Duh.
get knocked out,
Yeah,
incapacitated, just work.
Exactly, and that's what I think was the problem with the Jake Paul fight. I think, you know, shout out to Tyron Woodley, but I
He
think
wobbled
was,
him.
I think he was trying to. I think he was just trying to knock him out.
Like a home run hit,
He
yeah.
wasn't
he
trying
was
to-
he,
he
he was
wasn't
picking
trying
his
to-
punch. He was
Yeah.
picking his punch. He
I was
was
Yeah.
like, dude, just
Sending
like
it
hit
up.
the kid. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you know, like
There was no setup.
fucking, you know, throw hands because Jake's making more points than you right now by
Yeah.
just fucking swinging. at
Just
you.
touching you, just
And,
touching
you
you.
know,
Yeah.
as somebody that has been in martial arts and now a fan of like combat sports,
Right.
I feel like sometimes for a fighter, the worst thing that can happen is you have early success.
Yes.
Like you knock somebody out like the third round out of a 12-round fight. Now you're looking for that same thing that worked.
All right.
Your whole game is on this, where this guy was like initially in survival, and now like that survival is no longer a thing. He's picking you apart.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that
Of,
happens.
You know what I mean?
the best
Shit.
fighters are the
Yeah.
most conservative ones, I feel like. That,
Yeah.
you know how to conserve their energy and shit for
The ones
those
that
later
don't
rounds.
talk too
Not-
much shit.
Now I think the
Right.
best fighters usually are like
That's
the best fighters.
Yeah.
Like whoever's beating motherfuckers' ass is the best
That's the
fighter,
best one.
motherfucker. Ain't no style. Some motherfuckers just
Yo.
beating motherfuckers' ass
that's
better
Why
than
did
you.
I like know he was gonna say that?
That's
Like,
gonna
I
be
had
a quote in the
feeling.
gym.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
gonna be
first
like the best fighters are the best fighters.
Because that's the first thing I be thinking.
Remy.
It's funny because I'll have conversation back to comedy. That's where my mind's always at. But about the best comedians and their styles and shit. And I would tell motherfucker the best comedians are the best comedians. You know what I mean? The funniest motherfuckers who wrote the jokes and they're funny to people and to their crowd and they found their voice. That's the funniest motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And it's the same shit with boxing. The
No.
best fighters are the best fighters.
That's the thing, like, dude, I want to get my confidence level to up to like Dave Chappelle's level. Once I get to that level, dude, I know that, I'm
That
like
dude
good.
is like a triple
Because that
PhD.
dude will come up on stage with a blunt in his hand
A cigar wag.
That's the
and
best.
just fucking.
That's the
dude,
best.
I'm like, dude, how are you doing that without fucking feeling no fear?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, someone could heckle him, bro, and he'll say, "Get the fuck out of here, bro."
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
love
bro?
that,
Fucking
though.
with my vibe.
He
He'll-
has
he'll
gotten
question
booed.
them.
He
He'll
has
question
gotten
them.
booed. He has gotten
Yeah.
fucking. Because and one thing about Dave Chappelle is, and this is why I'm such a fan of his, and I've learned in comedy,
Right.
It doesn't matter where you're at. You could fucking bomb. You could fucking suck. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
He's had moments in his career, like even recently, it's like 2-3 years ago, of him being booed and him not giving a fuck, and then him telling stories about it. Like,
Right.
I feel like you fuck getting booed. Like, you go up there. When you get to his level, you're able to smoke a blunt on stage. I've done it one time. It was an outdoor event, and I was able to smoke my weed and do my comedy, and I felt like that shit. But Dave Chappelle, he makes that shit so cool. He makes
Yeah,
it,
he
Right.
made it look.
he
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
made it look
yeah,
hella
yeah.
cool, like to sit up there and
Yeah.
go. And I was talking to a bitch, like, damn, that's.
It's like, dude, he literally just took a break just to take a hit.
A quick.
Yeah, this man's a G.
But that crowd of control and that, and a lot of it has to do too with being okay with silence.
Yeah.
Some people aren't okay, and they haven't sat enough with being on stage, and nobody's saying some shit, and nobody's laughing, and it's okay for you to just be staring at me, and I'm just marinating in it.
Yeah, but
Right.
I don't know how he does it, man.
Nah, he's really a
I
beast.
used to be scared of just feeling people's presence because it's just sometimes people can't stand silence, bro. It's like, oh, I need to make a sound. Like I need people talking. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But you just have to be just comfortable with like no one's gonna tell me shit. Okay, I'm just gonna take a few seconds.
A quick breather.
And then this happened. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, all that shit, dog. I fuck with it, dog.
Because I feel like I like that though. Like, you know, talking all like that, I feel like you can kind of get lost in like words and shit like that. So
Right.
if the artist or whoever's performing take a little, 1 second, puff, that's cool. It's like, oh, there's more to the story now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I want to do this thing. I'm trying to come up with good round table questions.
Okay.
Repeats round table question.
Oh, yeah?
This
Okay.
is for y'all. What's the one part of the United States that y'all be like, nah, fam? That one place where, like,
Florida.
someone be like, yo, let's go here. Be like, nah.
Missouri.
Missouri. We got Missouri, Florida. Mike, what you think? The one place in
I'm
the
done
state.
with Florida. I
the
ain't
one-
going back there.
Me
Florida's
too. Hey,
dirty.
me too, bro. Dirty as
Dirty
shit.
out there.
But the one place in the U.S. where someone would be like, well, you just be like immediately, nah, fam.
Probably like North Dakota.
I would never go there. Yeah, I don't know why.
Nah, but no one
fucking
goes there.
shit
No
in
one
North
goes there in
Dakota.
general. No one goes in the coast. I like what Ace said though. Florida's dirty.
Florida
as shit.
is.
I'm
And
done with
not
Florida.
To, not to roast. I mean, we should roast. A state. Florida is fucking dirty, bro. I got COVID in fucking Florida. I kind of
Damn.
knew I was gonna, but it's
You
just
was
like
trying to have a hot boy summer. That's why.
yeah, but
But everybody was getting lit in Florida, bro.
Yeah, they still get
Everybody
lit
was going
now.
to Miami and everything. It made me want to go.
Yeah.
I couldn't, bro. I had family. I couldn't fucking.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying. I
I
can't
couldn't
be
do it. I
doing
couldn't
that
do it.
shit.
I
Like,
couldn't put the
Why
trigger.
Missouri though?
I don't know.
fuck
It was just the
Missouri.
first one that came
Fuck
up to
Missouri,
mind.
exactly. All those states that don't have sports teams or like shit
Yeah.
that do, it's like,
Hey,
what are you doing there?
Jason Tatum came from there, so you know what I mean.
Fuck. Shout out
That
to
is
Jason
true.
Tatum.
That is true. He did come from St.
He's like my age. Hey, man, I
what
love
was
you,
I saying?
man.
They got St. Louis. They got sports teams. They had St. Louis. Duh.
That is
I
true, yeah.
completely forgot that they
you're right.
have a whole sports team there. Whew.
Any other
Shit.
questions, Pete?
Yo, P, what other?
Well, I
rounds-
got it's kind of that on the same vibe. What you think is more overrated? Because I'm gonna tell you, my most overrated state to me, California.
I was gonna say that too.
I just think California is very overrated. I think too many people look at it as, if you go there and feel the vibe, that's one thing. But I feel like a lot of people that, I've met personally, they just go to California and think it's the land of sunshine and rainbows. And it
I
really,
heard there's a lot of like
there's opportunities, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's entertainment and creative central. But I just feel like I don't really think like you
it's
go in
it's
there
a lot
like
more
that.
deep, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
just being there, like there's people that will really like
Because you
take
look down the
advantage
street,
or, like,
you look down the
Yeah,
street in
that's-
LA, everybody's a celebrity. I mean, that's just one city in California.
I've been
but-
Yeah.
trying to get like intel on how California could be, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Because I used to live in San Diego. I used to live.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right, you
I
did?
spent a year in San Diego, and I would say like weather and shit, like obviously has the perfect weather, has the perfect food, has the perfect beaches, but there is like a cover to everybody where you're like it almost looks like you're in a fake world, and it's almost like nobody's authentic, so you
Right.
so you're talking to people and everybody's like, yeah, it's amazing. You're like, okay, and then you're talking to the next person like, yeah, it's amazing. You're like, okay, there's some shit in the water that's making everybody fucking lie to me right here for no reason. And then what ends up happening is you find out it's not really geared, like it's not at least where I was, it's not super diverse all the time.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of people that are there in Cali are coming from the Middle East, going to school there, and Cali's Mexico, I guess. So you have to be okay with living in Mexico, basically, because that's. I used to live,
especially in San Diego, that's right there.
yeah, I used to live right
you're
on
a
the
few
border.
miles
Like,
out. Yeah,
I used to
exactly.
live on the border. I used to be able to go on Snapchat and my location would say Mexico.
But what you got to understand too as well is that California is way more than just Southern California too. Like it stretches from like damn near
Mexico to
Massachusetts
friggin-
to Florida. It's
Yeah.
like the same thing.
Yeah.
So like they have all types of terrains.
Yep.
But it's just so hot there too. Like,
I mean,
with
that's
them
Southern
and it's always on fire too.
And it never rains.
That's the
Southern
thing.
California,
It never
yeah.
rain. I need my rain. I need it to rain. And I think it's like, ain't it projected like go in the water or some shit like that with that San Andreas fault line? That's what I've been told. They be like, keep your eye on California. That shit gonna be the next Atlantis.
There's
real
not
quick.
enough water in that bitch of John.
Yeah.
They're looking for water still.
That's what I'm saying. They looking for.
They're looking for water out
Now
there.
the Bay Area is different. I went to the Bay Area when they had the Super Bowl there, and I thought it was super dope. I didn't go to the Super Bowl, but I was just
Nah,
in
you
town.
should have just lied to say you went to
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
I snuck that. You was front row. You was
was front row.
sidelines.
Nah, but it's cool. It's real cool. It gave me Boston vibes, but like mad hilly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was mad
Yeah, there's
hilly.
mad hills in Cali. Cali got mad hills.
They got not every city got a homeless problem, but like I feel like LA's and like San Fran's they hit like different than a lot of these other cities. You know what
Well,
I'm
they
saying?
got cities
Like,
of homeless people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Boston got Mass
They got like
Ave.
cities, bro, of homeless people.
Yeah. Like I know Boston got Mass Ave. And this is another thing too I want to come up. Everyone is so surprised or like the rest of the country about finding out what Mass Ave is. Like I've seen
Yeah.
comments of people just finding out what Mass Ave is. Like they're like, Boston never looked like this. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro,
Are you serious?
Mass
Yeah,
Ave
always.
has been a thing since I was born, bro.
Yeah,
even
bro, I
way
know.
longer.
You know
than
what's the
that.
difference now?
They moved it.
I don't think it's that they moved it, because I lived very close to there, like damn near could throw a rock. But the difference is now these motherfuckers set up shop.
Oh yeah. There's
That's
big
the
tents.
difference.
But see, I heard that it's people donating the tents and them stealing the tents too. It's a bit of both. But yeah, that's just, you gotta have these conversations about your city,
yeah,
bro.
But yeah, going to like an overrated state. Damn, man.
Texas, that's another one. I ain't gonna say it
Texas
right
is
now.
cool though.
I heard Houston is really fun over there.
Yeah.
Shout out Houston.
Shout out Rockets. Shout out Travis.
Shout out Houston. I'm about to take off my comedy over there.
Oh,
Hey, all right. You still thinking though, Mike?
Damn, man. I probably gotta go with Florida. I
Fucking-
gotta go with Florida too,
fucking
because
Florida, yeah, same
because like in
shit.
Florida, bro, like I mean, outside of Orlando,
And
Kissimmee,
the beach and
the beach and stuff, like
South
it's just not my vibe.
It's
not me.
Everglades. It's
It-
freaking
not me.
gators and freaking
It's not me.
big ass butt.
incest and fucking all that shit.
oh,
Nah, they got some
Wow.
killers out there. I don't play with Florida, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. These
Man,
people
I
bite
was
your
in
face
Miami
off.
every 5 seconds. I'm like this. I'm checking at a red light. I do not play in Miami. They'll rob you in
there's
Miami.
a lot of like people around that.
Yeah.
Well, they just
Bro, I
got
was looking
Miami
at-
just got rated the best nightlife city in the U.S.
I don't
So
know.
now
I,
they- now they
I
gonna
ain't get no
be
pussy
more.
when I was in Miami.
Bro,
so
I was
don't
like,
know.
I was like looking at it. I was like, bro, like my boy was hitting me up. He was like, bro, the amount of pussy I'm getting on this fucking place is nutty, dog. You know,
You said it's
fuck the
nutty.
pandemic
You
and
said-
get your ass over here. I was like, nigga, I can't, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You feel me? Like, damn, man. But I never been to Miami.
I was born in
It's
Miami.
fun. Like
It's fun,
I've been to Florida a lot.
Man,
and
you
my
say you were
favorite
born in
city,
Miami?
but
I could tell. I know this dude's weird, man. Get this motherfucker out of here. Motherfucker say some shit like that.
Mike originally from the 305.
Hell no. I mean, born there, but you know,
Exactly.
got my roots and been grounded up here.
Hey, but bro,
We
Benny,
universal.
Benny, man, thank you for coming on, bro.
Dude,
This
it's
has
a
been
pleasure.
hands
Thank
down
you.
probably one of the funniest convos, most heartwarming convos ever.
Thank you.
But
man.
before
I
we
appreciate
end great show, we always like to give a few seconds for the guests to shout out anybody they like to, anybody that's helped them on the journey, a shout out segment. So who would you like to shout out
it.
today?
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. Shout
Love
out
you,
to my
Mom.
family, my friends, the people that are still with me today, people
Yeah,
that still
amen.
contact me. You know who you are. Thank you so much. To the people, I want you guys to know, if you have a dream, if you have a purpose that you feel that you need to achieve and you need to go for it, go take it. You know, you only live once,
Amen.
you know. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah,
baby,
God
yeah.
bless. God
Yeah,
bless.
baby, yeah. Yo, y'all not ready for the shout out. Alex, take it away, bro.
Nah, first of all, man, my fault for being late. I did not. I
Hey,
apologize
don't
for
worry
being
about it.
late.
Bro, you
It's okay,
here.
my
That's
brother.
what
I
matters.
apologize.
bro.
Yo, Boston
Yeah.
Parking, Boston Parking.
Boston
That's what I'm
Park.
saying.
and-
Yes, sir.
Second, shout out to myself because I work so hard. I really do. I've been killing myself, man, for comedy, for the podcast, just in general, for my family, as I always do. So I want to thank myself for working hard. I love myself. Thank you for my fiance, my family. I love everybody. Thank you for the team. Thank you for coming out today. It's big, man. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep making this bigger and
Amen.
bigger and bigger
And
and
bigger.
bigger
Amen.
until it's undeniable. And the motherfuckers have to give us the cut. You feel me?
That's what I'm
Facts.
saying.
Shout out to
Miguel Sanchez.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
What's good?
Oh shit.
What's
Back at it
poppin'? Brand new
again.
whip just happened.
Yo, man, as always, shout out the team. It's always a pleasure to
sir.
do this
Yes,
with
sir.
you guys.
It's a
Have the
blessing.
opportunity to do it. Yo, Benny, bro, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure's all
having
mine,
you
man.
over here,
Thank you.
man. Shout out Connor, man. Shout out Bars Over Bars Media. Everybody that
Help
came
us
out
through a
to
great
the show. Shout out my family, and lastly, shout out God, man.
Facts.
Amen.
Man, I gotta shout out. Firstly, I gotta shout out Miles Carter. Motherfucker brought bars to that show. Everybody did. You know, Neek, Zay, Jeff Porter, Dave Ryan, everyone.
Antec.
Shout
shit,
out.
Antec, undeniable
Zeus.
sound too. That was a good discovery. Yeah, and also Hero the MC, Bars Over Bars for helping us throw a great show again. I gotta shout out, everyone who's been rocking with us. We're creeping up on that 1 year, and it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing to do what we on 53 episodes already. It seems like we only did 10. You know what I'm saying? The way we make it feel like. Of course, Benny, bro, thank you so much. You just made.
Thank you.
I was
Thank
low key
you.
a little miserable when I walked in today, but I'm like, Benny's coming. We're gonna have a fun conversation. Immediately, my whole mood changed around, bro. So
proud.
keep be like you said, influencing, making people do better. You do better. You got a bright future ahead of you, bro.
Influence to be influenced.
Exactly. That's some good parting words. So I'm Repeat. That's
It's your boy Remy in the building.
And that's
Mike
Mike Sanchez.
Benny
and if you-
Congo.
and Benny Congo, of course.
Yo,
we
but before
forget.
you tell them what to say, before you tell them the rules around here, do
Tell
me a
them,
favor.
tell them, please.
Yo, subscribe to that
please,
YouTube.
Please, we're trying to get paid.
Say that.
motherfuckers.
Saying, follow
Podcast.
us. Go listen to the playlist. We got a playlist too.
Hey, drop your Instagram one more time for the people.
Hey, yo, my Instagram is Benny Congo, BennyCongo. Yeah, baby, yeah. You know
what I'm
that.
saying.
And
baby,
bingo with his name on.
Yeah, baby, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. As Mike Sanchez said, follow us, say_that_pod on Instagram, Say That Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And give it, and you know what? And like any good business,
sir.
leave us a good rate. You know what I'm saying? Leave us a nice review. Hey, he's ready to get out of here.
Let's
You
get
ready?
it.
Let's get it. So you already know what the don't say this, say that. Bow. Peace.